Dear student, today we are understanding lesson number 1, that is computer language. So first of all, we understand about language. Language is a medium to express our views and feelings. You know very well, we have to use a language to communicate with someone. But to communicate with a computer, we need a language which a computer understands. Means to communicate with a computer, we need a special language that is easily understandable by the computer. That language is called computer language. For performing any action and any task, we have to give instruction in the computer language to the computer. So these tasks can be done by the computer system. Now we will talk about what is program. A program is a set of instruction which tells the computer what to do. Means we need to write a program in any of the computer language to give the instructions. Okay, and according to the instructions, computer will perform your task or work. The process of writing specific instructions in the computer language is called programming. Means if you write some specific instructions to give a task to a computer system, so this process is called programming, and each programming language has its own specific rules and syntax. There are multiple programming language, just like C, C++, QBasic, Visual Basic, Java, etc. And the development of programming language has improved considerably with the ease of ability of programmers to write powerful application program that can solve any task in the world today. So we can use many kinds of programming language to develop any kinds of applications that is easily used by the computer system for performing any specific task. There are four types of categories in the computer language. You can see that first generation as a machine level language, second generation as a high level language, and third generation as a second generation as assembly language, and third generation as a high level language, and fourth generation language. Now let me discuss one by one. First of all, first generation language. First generation language, in this language machine level language is introduced. Machine language, as the name suggests, this language is understandable by the machine. Okay, and it is based on the binary number system. You know about binary number system. Binary number system in which every data and content will be displayed in the form of 0 and 1. 0 means off state and 1 means on state. So every instruction written in the machine level language will be displayed in the form of 0 and 1, where 0 means off state and 1 means on state. Machine level language has the advantage of very high speed and very low memory utilization, but understanding and learning the machine level language is very tough and time consuming process. It is very difficult to write and debug program written in the machine level language, because it is machine dependent. It is only understood by the machine system, and for human being it is very difficult to understand this kind of language. Okay, this language is also in the category of low level language. Okay, now we are talking about assembly language, that is second generation. Assembly language is introduced in the second generation. In assembly level language, we use mnemonics code instead of writing 0 and 1. Okay, mnemonics code like add, move, etc. It is easier to work with the assembly language but as only as compared to the machine level language. Okay, it is also in the category of a low level language. And one thing, every program written in the assembly level language is called source program or source code. That is, after executing, that is converted into object code. Means every program written in the assembly language is called source program, and after executing that source program by the computer system, it is converted into object code. But we need a translator program to convert this source code into object code, that is called assembler. Okay, now we are talking about third generation computer language. That is high level language. Listen, first generation language, that is machine level language, and second generation language, that is assembly language. These both language are in the category of low level language. Okay, but now we are talking about high level language, and after that we are talking about fourth generation language, that is in the category of high level language. Okay, now fourth generation language, sorry, third generation language. Third generation language have some features like simple and user friendly language, and it is a language which is a machine independent, because it is not depend on any kind of machine, easily understandable by a user. Okay, there are some programs that is written in the high level language is to be converted into machine level language. Okay, there are some translator program. Now we are talking about translator program. As we know that all programs written in the high level language is to be converted into machine level language, because if it is not converted in the machine level language, the computer will not understand this kind of program. So for converting this type of program, if we need a translator program, there are two types of generally translator program: interpreter and compiler. We already know about the assembler. Assembler is also a translator program which is used to convert assembly language written program, that is called source program, to be converted into object code. But now we are talking about interpreter and compiler. This both translator program is used to translate high level written program into machine level language. Okay, but the basic difference between compiler and interpreter is compiler will convert whole program at once, but interpreter will convert line by line, means one line at once. Okay, now we are talking about next fourth generation language. Fourth generation language are closer to the human language, and that is that any other high level language. Means fourth generation language is close to the human, not close to the system. Okay, and there are some basic features that is a highly user friendly, very high speed of execution, high speed of execution, minimum effort from the user to obtain any information, minimum efforts from the user. Okay, and reduce the overall time it takes to develop software, reduce overall time takes to develop software. there are some features that is used in the fourth generation language, and there are some examples like C++, Java, Python. These are called the high level language. Okay, now we are understanding about what are the features. Yeah, machine level language use binary code to depict operators and data, and machine dependent because we know that machine level language is only understandable by the machine, so it is dependent on machine. Only language directly understood by the computer. Machine level language is only a language which is directly understandable by the computer system. We need not a translator program to convert this type of programs. Okay, assembly language mnemonics code and symbolic symbols instead of binary numbers. Yes, we know that in assembly language we use mnemonics code or symbols instead of binary number 0 and 1. Machine dependent, this is also machine dependent, and but it has to be converted into machine language by the translator program called assembler. We already understand that assembler is used to convert a source code into object code. Next, a high level language. High level language use simple English word and mathematical operators, that is machine independent because easily understandable by the user, and has to be converted into machine level language by the translator programs called interpreter and compiler. Okay, and every program written in the high level language is to be converted into machine level language by the translator program, that is interpreter and compiler. Now fourth generation, that is machine independent, minimal user skill required to obtain result and application development tool. Machine level language, you know, that is based on 0 and 1 and it is not understandable by the user, but high level language is it is understandable by the user. You know about programming languages are also called the high level language like C++, Java, and these languages are used to develop any kind of application, you know, such kind of Android application, iOS application. Okay, now we are understanding all points. Once again to revise, computer language, we are understanding about computer language. Computer language is a language which is used to communicate with the computer system, and it is understandable by a computer system. Okay, for performing any kind of action and any kind of task by the computer system, we have to give instruction accordingly. Now we are talking about program. Program is a set of instruction which is used by the computer to perform any task. Okay, and the process of writing specific instructions and programs in the computer language is called programming, and each programming language has its own specific rules and programming, because if C++ have some rules and regulations, then C++ is also some have unique rules and regulation and syntax. Okay, the development of computer language has been classified into four categories: first generation machine language, second generation machine language, sorry, assembly language, and third generation high level language, and fourth generation language. First generation as a machine level language, you know, machine level language is a binary number system, 0 and 1, where 0 means off state, 1 means on state. Next, second generation assembly level language. Assembly language used some syntax or mnemonics code instead of writing 0 and 1. Okay, this is also low level language, and in this some mnemonics code like add, move are used. It is easier to work with the assembly language as compared to the machine level language. Now we are talking about high level language, that is third generation language. Simple and user friendly language which is machine independent. This language is machine independent because easily understandable by the user, and there are some translator program like compiler and interpreter which is used to convert this language written program into machine level language. Okay, uh, now we are talking about fourth generation language. Fourth generation language is closer to the human being than any other high level languages, means this language is easily understood by the human being. It is very user friendly, high speed of execution, and it is designed to reduce level of programming efforts. Okay, these are the four categories of language. Now we are understanding with a diagram. This is a computer system. This is a human being, that is called a machine or system, and this called human or user. Low level language is closer to the machine. And there are two types of low level language. One is machine level language, another is assembly language. And high level language is closer to the human. High level language, third generation and fourth generation, like C, C++, Java, etc. Now low level language is closer to the machine and high level language is closer to the human. When a user or human write a program in the high level language and send it for executing that, then a translator program, compiler or interpreter, there are two general translator programs, will convert this into machine level language. Computer will understand this machine level language code, and after that it will process and produce the result in the machine level language. Again, compiler and interpreter convert this machine level language into high level language that is easily understood by the human being. It is a two-way communication between human or machine. Okay, so now we are moving to the exercise. I will make a PDF for question answer and exercise also, but we will revise for that. First of all, filling the blanks. A program is a set of instructions which tell the computer what to do. You already know program. The development of computer language can be classified into four categories. You know, dash language consists of binary number 0 and 1. Machine level language, space war, you know, very popular game and very interactive computer game. High level language use simple English word and mathematical operator. Assembly language use mnemonics code or symbols. Machine level language use 0 and 1, but assembly use mnemonics code and symbols. And Lisp was the first computer language for writing artificial intelligence program. Okay. Now, true and false. Machine level language is only language which a computer understand. Yes, true, because it is directly understood by the computer system, because we need not to take any translator program to convert a machine level language into computer language. Next, machine language use mnemonics code. False, because assembly language use mnemonics code. Each programming language has its own specific rules and syntax. Right? True. Assembly language is regarded as the first generation language. No, first generation language is called machine level language, and assembly language is regarded as the second generation language. Compiler convert a high level language program into machine level language line by line. False, because line by line it convert by the interpreter. Okay, false. High level language program has to be converted into machine level language by translator program. Yes, true. Programming is a process of writing specific instructions in the computer language. True. Now application based question and multiple choice. Application based question you have to do at your home. Multiple choice question. A program written in the assembly language is called dash, source program. Okay, and dash convert a high level language into program to machine level language line by line. Interpreter, a program converted into machine level language by the translator is called object program, and the term software was first used by John W. Tukey. Okay, a question answer. I will make a PDF for the question answer. You can do it at your home, and please, if you have any doubt and any suggestion, because this is my first online lecture, if you have any suggestion or any doubt, then please give a reply to this video. Thank you, and please revise this whole chapter and try to do the application based questions. Okay, thank you.